Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Nahuli-uli ako, no? Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome back to our usual Immigration Thursday Corner nga, no? Happy Thursday po sa inyong lahat. Now, one bad news. Wala po si Sonny ngayon, unfortunately. My usual partner in crime is not here. But the good news is, of course, Paula, our talented, hardworking director is helping us. Otherwise, I certainly would not be on air. So, but nevertheless, I'm so excited to be with you tonight. It's always a pleasure. I mean, lagi ko sinasabi, hindi ko kayo binobola. I do look forward to Thursdays, especially kung mabigat ang topic natin. And it's one of those topics nga today. So, I'll tell you all about it in a moment. But in the meantime po, thank you very much for joining me. Ang pangalan ko po, LIRA Simong CABATBAT. I am a solicitor, specializing in, amongst other things, immigration po. I work for Douglas Simon Solicitors. We are a firm of solicitors in London. As I say, dealing with, amongst other things, nga immigration. No, I am now meron ko kinakausap kanina. Tinanong niya sa akin kung how many years post-qualification experience na nga ako. And I had to think, no? Kailangan binilang ko yung mga taon. And I am now 31 years, soon to be 32 years, post-qualification experience, no? 32 years nearly, 32 years in February. So 4 months to go, thereabouts, no? Tapos 32 years na ako. I know for a fact that I'm longer qualified than Paula Perez, our lovely director, has been alive. Okay, so it's a bit of a sobering thought, no? Na wow, and that does not include, hindi ko sinama doon yung pag-aral ko at saka the training, no? Because you have to, at least I went through the traditional route, which is 3 years. Yun na nga. No, it's funny and sad, Paula. No, so I went through the traditional route of 3 years. No, studies, tapos 1 further year to qualify for the solicitors finals, and then a further 2 years. No, training. So you're looking at an additional 6 years na. No. And that the 32 years does not even include the 6 years. So ibig sabihin, I've been doing law inclusive of yung pag-aral ko nga. That's 32 years, 30. My gosh, 38, nearly 38 years na. Wow. Gosh, nako. Matanda. So but kahit nga over 3 decades na ginagawa ko tong trabaho ko, I'm still excited, no? Partly because excited in a way sometimes nga na they're just different, always different changes, and the changes are not always good, no? And yung topic po natin mamaya is actually to do with a law that has affected a lot of people, has changed considerably nga over the years, and has again changed. In fact, in June 2023. So ang topic po natin ito, thank you for flashing that, Paula, adult-dependent relative rules from the 1st of June 2023. No? So June, October pa lang tayo. So it's only a few months old, itong panibagong batas. No? The adult-dependent rules is one of those topics one of those routes nga na it is challenging at best, no? Maraming ang kailangan, and the conditions are quite strict, no? Pero this is something na a lot of people are affected by, especially kung meron kay mga magulang nga sa atin, meron silang sakit, o mga anak, meron silang sakit, o mga anak na may sakit nga, tsaka over 18 na nga sila sa atin. So it can affect a lot of people, especially, and particularly, if you like, popular yung topic nga, near Christmas, no? Dahil, of course, Christmas is often seen as family time, no? And it's a bit sad kung naiiwan nga yung magulang nyo sa atin, o kaya lolo, lola, no? So, ang pag-uusapan po natin ito ngayon, adult-dependent relative rules. So, ang tawag ko usually is ADR, no? Adult-dependent relative rules from the 1st of June 2023. So, it's relatively new. So malaki pong ang topic natin ngayon, tsaka mabigat nga, no? So that I'm looking forward actually to discussing it, because it's always I find it I find it quite rewarding and also challenging, and in many ways also enjoyable, no? To be able to impart as far as I can nga yung mga panibagong batas. So yung pong pag-uusapan natin. But anyway, thank you so much nga for joining us, me and Paula. And I hope that you stay tuned. Now, as usual, dahil wala nga si Sir Sonny nga ngayon, I want to sneak in our Life in the UK bragging rights, no, test. Yeah. So I have two questions. They're quite a bit harder than the last two, because the last two occasions I thought, okay, this is I think this is a little bit too easy para sa inyo, no? So bibigyan ko sa inyong questions nga ngayon, tapos at the end of the show, please post nga yung mga sagot nyo, and we'll read out all the correct answers nga, no? And of course from the viewers, and of course extra bragging rights to the one who gave the answer first. Okay? So ready na kayo, pen and paper, Okay. So unang-una pong question, babasahin ko nga lang dito, so that's why I'm looking down. So una pong question, Dunkirk, okay, is associated with which two events? So this question has two answers, okay? So Dunkirk is associated with which two events? A, landing on D-Day, no? B, small boats coming to the rescue, okay? C, the rescue of over 300,000 men, okay? Or D, the fall of Singapore, okay? Let me read the answers again to you. So A, landing on D-Day. B, small boats to the rescue. C, the rescue of over 300,000 men. Or D, the fall of Singapore. Question 1, yeah? Okay. Question 2, okay. King Henry VIII created the Church of England, okay, when the Pope refused to grant him a divorce. A, true, or B, false. Right? So this is for some major bragging rights, yeah? Especially nga ngayon, yung mga questions natin nga ngayon, mas mahirap. So hopefully, you get it, you get it right. And yung nga, at the end of the show, babasahin natin lahat ng mga tamang sagot, and of course extra bragging rights to the one who gets in there first, okay? But yeah, so I enjoy it, no? I mean, ang hirap nga yung life in the UK test. So even though a little bit here, a little bit there, no, why not? It could come up in the test, yeah? So pag-usapan natin yung and let's discuss it at the end of the show. Anyway, so for the moment, no, I think Paula, let's perhaps go to break muna. Tapos and then let's launch into the topic. What do you think? Gawin natin.
Yes.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural. Tasty. Healthy. Versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
I keep kind of swaying to the music. Now, welcome back po. So, thank you for joining us, no? Especially today, Thursday, happy Thursday, albeit wet, wintry Thursday nga. And of course, we've had the clock change, ha? So, kung nanonood kayo sa ibang bansa, you may have noticed that we are now we may have a different time with you, no? Dahil dito it's because it's fall, no? We crowed back an hour. So ibig sabihin, last week, itong oras na ngayon, we would now be 8:45. Pero ngayon, because we went back 1 hour, it's 7:45. So kung nasa Pilipinas nga kayo, you may think, oh my gosh, ibang oras. Hindi po. Sa amin, pareho pa rin oras dahil bumalik nga kami. But unfortunately, sa mga ibang bansa, it's now a little bit later. Anyway, so thank you for tuning in, even though the time may not quite be the same wherever you are, no? So yeah, happy Thursday po sa inyong lahat, and thank you for joining me and indeed Paula, our hardworking director. Unfortunately, po si Kuya Sonny nga ngayon, my usual partner in crime. But hopefully he'll be able to join us nga next week. So I have you all to myself, which I'm quite excited about, no? Now, pag-uusapan po natin ngayon, ang laki ng topic natin. So I'm quite keen to crack on with it. So ito po, adult dependent relative rules from the 1st of June 2023. So there've been changes to the rules, no? It's only a few months old. So yun pong topic nga natin ngayon. And especially with Christmas coming up, no? Oftentimes nga pinag-iisipan nga natin mga kamag-anak natin, pamilya natin sa Pilipinas, mga anak na over 18, mga magulang natin, lola, lolo nga, no? So itong adult dependent relative rules, baka pwede niyong gamitin. So I hope you enjoy it, but because it is a big topic. So and I certainly I always find it interesting because it is something na it can affect it actually of people, no? Kaya because it's quite a popular topic. So let's launch into that, Paula. What do you think? Let's just now start, no? So ito po, adult dependent relative rules. Now, let me start. It's been around for a long time, no? Hindi ito po bago itong klaseng batas. Unfortunately, although it's been around a long time, nagbago-bago, and actually it's not got better, no? So nung unang-una itong adult dependent relative rules, so up until about until about 20 years ago, no? Actually now, in fact, the change. It was quite a very good way of bringing in mainly nga mga parents, but not always, no, into the United Kingdom. Tapos binago nila. Now, nung binago nila, some 20 years back na nga ngayon, it got so bad, no, that it was once described in Parliament as a ban masquerading as a rule. It's that bad. No? The rate of refusal under this route is probably the highest, in fact, by comparison to all other routes. No? So it's no wonder, really, no, that it is something that is quite complex or can be quite complex. So pag-uusapan po natin yung mga conditions. Now, unang-una po, sinong pwedeng magpasok ng application? Hindi naman lahat na mga kamag-anak din pwedeng gamitin ito. So, there are limited categories na pwedeng gumamit nga nito. So, una po, magulang. Okay? So, nandito kayo, gusto nyo kunin magulang nyo, pwede nyo itong gamitin as long as you satisfy all the other conditions. Grandparents, lola, lolo. Okay? Anak, kung over 18 na yung bata. Siblings, mga kapatid nyo, pwede din. Now, so, ang sponsor po, kung nandito nga kayo, either kailangan British kayo, o meron kayong indefinite leave to remain, or you could be, other permitted categories would be, kung meron kayong protection status or pre-settled status as an EEA national. Okay? But most of my clients, either nandito nga sila, British na sila dito, matagal na sila dito, o kaya meron silang indefinite leave to remain. So, settlement status nga dito. So, anong kailangan yung pakita? So, yung nga una. Okay? So, we know, kailangan nga yung sponsor British or indefinite or the other categories nga. Pero kung nandito kayo as a student o kaya work under the work route, no, under the points-based system, skilled worker route, hindi niyo pwedeng gamitin ito, no? But the adult dependent route, as I say, is para sa magulang, lola, lolo, kapatid nyo, o anak over the age of 18. Now, ano mga conditions? So, additional conditions nga. Additional conditions, the most difficult po is yung dependency. So, kailangan yung pakita na, let me read to you actually what it says, yung batas mismo. So, itong batas na panibago, no, it was changed, it was contained under what's called Appendix FM po dati. But on the 1st of June, inalis nila doon, nilagay nila sa ibang batas, well, they called it differently. It's called Appendix. So, kung titingnan niyo po, it's called Appendix Adult Dependent Relative. Okay? So, kung gusto niyo makita yung batas nga mismo, just Google it and you will come across it. Pero babasahin ko sa inyo part of the condition, no? So, ang tawag po ADR, so Adult Dependent Relative, no? 5.1. So, maiksi nga lang naman. So, bear with me. I'll just read to you the relevant law. Dahil pagka magpasok yung application, kung ano yung papasok nyo, ang umpisa lagi, and this is my tip to anyone making an application, tignan nyo muna ano bang sabi ng batas. Okay? So, tignan muna natin batas. Anong sabi? So, ADR 5.1, sabi, the applicant, no? Or if the applicant is applying as a parent or grandparent, the applicant's partner must, as a result of age, illness, or disability, require long-term personal care to perform everyday tasks. That's ADR 5.1. Now, pangalawa po, ADR 5.2. Where the application is for entry clearance, the applicant, or if the applicant is applying as a parent or grandparent, the applicant's partner must be unable to obtain the required level of care in the country where they are living, even with the financial help of the sponsor, because either A, no, the care is not available and there's no person in that country who can reasonably provide it, or B, the care is not affordable. Okay? Now, clear as mud. Yeah? So, tingnan po natin. Yeah? So, let's break it down. And yung nga din, another tip is, kung komplikado yung batas nga, break it down. And you'll find if you break it down, it makes much more sense. So tingnan po natin. Dependency. Ano bang kailangan yung pakita? Long-term personal care. So yun ang una, no? Long-term personal care is probably by comparison to the other conditions now or to the other factors it's not it's not as difficult, to understand and to provide. But yung nga lang, anything can be long-term, no? Personal care, yeah. So it may be easier nga. So tingnan natin what would not qualify, no? Says long-term personal care. So kung sabihin natin na aksidente yung kamag-anak nyo sa atin, yung pamilya nyo, ang nanay nasa atin, na aksidente siya, nahulog siya, no? She broke a bone, no? Tapos nagpapagaling nga siya. Pero gagaling pa rin siya. No? So it's she just has maybe she fractured something, okay, nasa hospital siya dati, pinalabas na nga siya, pero temporary lang yung problema. Kung temporary lang problema, hindi niyo pwedeng gamitin to. Because kailangan niyo pakita nga long-term personal care. No? So, kailangan niya, yung nga, exactly that, long-term. Na hindi, likelihood is hindi na siya gagaling. No? Because it's long-term. No? Now, pangalawa, from the complicated rule that I just read out, may sabi nga din doon, everyday tasks. Ano bang kailangan niyo pakita? What qualifies as everyday tasks? Now, ito, I think it's probably the easiest one nga to define, everyday tasks. So, it could be things like lutuan, okay, kainan, linis, no? Ligo, ganon, no? All those things could be everyday tasks. So, kailangan yung pakita nga na kailangan nilang tulong long term at saka kailangan nilang tulong hindi nga lang na on the big things but everyday tasks. So, hindi sila pwedeng basta-basta magluto o magpakain sa kanilang sarili o kaya maglinis, no? O kaya lumabas. Kailangan nila ng tulong lagi. So, those would be the two things already na kailangan niyong pakita. Tapos po, kailangan niyo din pakita, yung nga ang tawag, no? Unable to obtain the required level of care in the country where they are living. Now, I mean, the other conditions nga are already complicated. Ito pa po, lalo na, no? So, let's break it down. So, you need to show, no, either. So, you don't need to show both. Either one lang, okay? The care is not available and there's no person in that country who can reasonably provide it, or that the care is not affordable. Now, ang experience ko po, yung pangalawa, that the care is not affordable, is not really the usual issue, no? Dahil ang scenarios usually dito po nandito nga kayong sponsor, nagtatrabaho kayo, nagpapadala nga kayo sa atin, kaya nyo nga yung nagpapadala kayong pera, sapat naman pera. Ang problema nga lang, it's more than that. So no amount of money, basically, can really provide for the care that is required. Okay, so yung nga, care is not available and there's no person in that country who can reasonably provide it. So really, yung nga, ang kaso nyo, no amount of money to provide. So kahit 10 katulong sa atin, hindi pa rin pwede dahil nga the care is not available and there's no person in that country who can reasonably provide it. Now, and that is where a lot of my clients nga dito sila nagkakaproblema. And so, tip ko, okay? Care is much more than just nga practical care, no? So, kung meron nga, yung sabi ko nga, kung kahit 10 ang nag-aalaga nga kay nanay sa Pilipinas, hindi pa rin nga sapat. And it's not a question of the number of cares or the time, the duration of time na nandun nga sila. But it's more a question of the care is not available. And that is to do mainly with emotional care, for example. Okay? Dahil kung ang nangyayari, nandito nga kayo, no? Nagtatrabaho kayo dito. Kung naman kita nyo, big chunk ng kita nyo, pinapadala nyo nga para kay nanay, para sa gamot niya, para sa mga nag-aalaga nga sa kanya, para sa bahay niya, para sa bills, lahat-lahat yun, no? So, kayo lahat, kayong bahala, no? Because you have that commitment nga. You want to provide for nanay, sabihin natin. But hindi kahit, but what you cannot provide, no? Kailangan niya din, sabihin natin may dementia siya, sabihin natin, no? Alam niya, kilala ka niya, no? Ikaw natatandaan niya. Hindi niya kilala yung mga carer, hindi na natatanda yung mga carer. So there, ang kaso nyo, no, sasabihin nyo siguro, care is not available, no? And there's no person in that country who can reasonably provide it. So ibig sabihin, kailangan niyang pumunta dito dahil nandito nga kayo, nandito ka, no? Ikaw nga lang pwedeng magbigay sa kanya ng care na kailangan niya. So that is really how you deal with it. So do not just deal with, kailangan nyo pa rin pag-usapan, no? Yung the practical issue. So pag magpasok nga kayo ng application, kailangan nyo pa rin dun sabihin nga, this is the care arrangement that we have at the moment. Pero hindi nga sapat. And do not get bogged down with just the practical issues, no? Na may katulong, kaya merong siyang tinitirhan, may bumibisita, no? Don't just deal nga with that. Importante nga din masabi nyo, no, na yung kailangan kayo ni nanay, sabihin natin kung si nanay may ang gusto niyo kunin, kailangan kayo ni nanay dahil, no, meron siyang dementia, sabihin natin, o she has depression dahil nga namimiss nga kayo, no? Mag-isa na nga lang siya sa atin, wala mga kapatid niyo o wala kayong kapatid na nasa atin, tatay niyo wala na, ano? So, and that applies to any of the categories of potential applicants. So, yung nga, magulang nyo, lola, lolo, okay? Anak nyo over the age of 18. Kapatid din. No? So, kung may problema nga sila, if there are health problems. But, importante po yun na mapakita nyo. Now, additional tips, no, when you're dealing with this condition, no, yung dependency. Importante po medical evidence, okay? And good comprehensive medical evidence. Na hindi po pwede na meron lang na GP letter to say, okay, she's 93 years old na nga, no? Hindi na siya ganun pwedeng maglakad, no? Kailangan niya ng tulong sa bahay, magluto, ganon. That on its own, hindi siguro yung sapat. You're probably looking at just a refusal there, no? So, importante po that you have a good medical report. And by good medical report, ibig ko po sabihin, hindi nga lang yung day-to-day ang titignan, ang sasabihin nila. So, the report should also say kung meron siyang depression, no, dahil namimiss na nga kayo, kung hindi because of dementia, she doesn't recognize maybe, no, the other people nga who's looking after her, or she needs continuity of care, no. So it's or that labas-pasok nga ng mga carer, sabihin natin, no, dahil walang natatagalan. So it's not and it's important nga kung may dementia ang tao that there's continuity of care, no? Pero nandito nga kayo. So importante po masabi nung medical report nga, not just yung nga hindi nga siya pwede na maglakad gaano, hindi siya pwedeng magluto dahil nakakalimutan niyang i-off yung oven, sabihin natin, o hindi niya kaya. So kailangan yun, kailangan sabihin yun, anong problema, mayroon ba siyang depression sa puso, ganoon. Pero importante din, huwag niyong kalimutan, as important really is the mental health, no? Because that is really where you can show na kailangan nandito siya dahil nandito kayo, the mental health. Okay? So yun po, if in the absence of dealing with it, the mental health, then it could be that you find that you get a refusal. No? Now, there are other conditions, not as bad to satisfy. Two additional things is because because of the type of application, kailangan nyo yung the TB certificate kung ang applicant nga magulang nyo o lola lolo sa atin manggagaling sa Pilipinas, no? So kailangan yung TB certificate. Also, you need to be able to show nga that of course all the other documents are available. On top of that, yung sponsor nyo, okay? Sabihin natin yung anak nyo mag-sponsor niya, he or she will need to sign a 5-year undertaking. 5 years, undertaking that yung magulang nyo will not be reliant on public funds, that they will be accommodated and maintained, no, without recourse to public funds. So hindi po pwede yung income support or housing benefit, but that does not include NHS care. Okay, so kung nandito na sila, they can access NHS care. Now, so komplikado nga itong batas, mahirap nga itong batas, but if you get through, and it's difficult, but hindi po imposible. But if you get through, ang makukuha nyo as the applicant is indefinite leave to remain, kung British o kaya indefinite na yung sponsor nyo dito. So immediately settlement status ang bibigay sa inyo. Okay? So it is which means most applicants coming into the United Kingdom, employment nga pagpasok niya, sabihin natin, o hindi spouse or even students nga, and you're looking at the minimum usually, no, of 5 years bago kayo makakuha indefinite. Ito po, itong application na ito, kung makalusot nga kayo, makuha nyo ito immediately, kung ang sponsor nyo British o kaya indefinite din makukuha nyo. No? So it it would be a great visa to have, and that's partly why siguro, no, ang ano nila na ang komplikado, ang bigat naman kailangan yung pakita. But again, tip ko po, no? Dahil it's your application, so ibig sabihin, you need to show that you satisfy all the relevant requirements. Ang tip ko po, prepare a statement. Now, siguro yung applicant, yung nanay, lolo, anak over 18 but with issues, o kaya kapatid nyo, but with issues nga. So that usually means that the bulk of the work, no? So sinong mag-aasikaso, yung sponsor dito. So to the sponsors, ang payo ko po, gumawa kayo ng magandang statement, parang affidavit, no? Sasabihin nyo nga doon, umpisa nyo nga anong pangalan nyo, saan kayo nga nakatira, na kayong sponsor nga para sa pamilya nyo nga sa Pilipinas, ito, no? And always go back, look at the law, no? And yung nga, i-categorize nyo. So, you don't have to say, oh, the law says this, pero kailangan, pagka magpapasok yung application, sabihin nyo nga din doon, ano bang sitwasyon na nga ngayon? Anong arrangements nyo nga? No? Bakit nga kailangan nyo na siyang kunin ngayon? Whereas before, you did not need to. Baka lumala ang sakit nga niya, for example. Kailangan nyo ang ilagay. And huwag nyo kalimutan, kailangan nyo ding ilagay, ano bang tinignan nyo? Why is it? No? That even though you've looked at additional help, no? Sabihin natin, o kaya maybe even nursing home, alam ko hindi uso sa ating nursing home, no? That there's no one else truly available who can look after, no? Your family member in the Philippines, kung nasa Pilipinas nga sila, other than you. Okay? Importante pong sabihin yun, otherwise you'll get a potential refusal. Now, another tip po, no? Pagka nagpasok kayo ng application na ganito, always mention also Article 8 family life, no? Dahil nga, of course, you have a family life na you want your family member to join you nga in the United Kingdom. Dahil kailangan din nilang tignan the Article 8 family life, but you should also mention it. Dahil kung ma-refuse nga kayo nito, then you may want to appeal it. If you're going to appeal it, then it becomes an Article 8 appeal. Okay, so huwag niyong kalimutan din yung Article 8. Even if you just say, because of the above, you would submit that there are Article 8 factors, for consideration. Your right, your right and your family's right to family. Even if it's only as short as that. It just to you nga, papakita nyo nga lang sa home office, kailangan nyo din tignan ito. Right? And that is quite important kung kailangan nyo nga mag-appeal if you get a refusal. But hopefully that won't happen. But the refusal rate is massive. I think it's something like 80% refusal rate. No, it is ludicrously difficult to satisfy. Pero hindi po imposible. And certainly, I've succeeded for clients nga in making applications. And I've also, where I've had refusals, we've succeeded also on appeals. Pero yung nga, importante po, lagay nyo lahat, especially if I can think of, say, two must documents. Una po, good medical evidence. Ang pangalawa, yung statement nyo. Okay? Kung meron kayong abogado, then of course they should also prepare. That's why you have them there. Yung legal representations. Importante po yun because that of course directs the home office's mind to the legal provisions nga. Pero mas importante pa doon, good medical evidence at saka yung statement nyo. Doon nyo sasabihin anong relationship nyo, ano ba kayo? Anak ba kayo o kayo bang magulang nga? Ano bang problema anong pamilya niyo sa atin? Why is it that you think that they should be able to come into the UK under the adult dependent relative route, So importante po na siguraduhin niyo, na talagang handa nga kayo bago kayo magpasok ng application. Now, kung magpapasok kayo application, ang bayad po sa home office is a huge amount, £3,250. It's probably one of the highest, if not the highest, fee to the home office. Yung pa, it's $3,250. So it would be good to get that right. Kung ma-refuse nga yung pamilya nyo sa atin, hindi nila ibabalik yun because it's not IHS. It's actually a home office fee. So they will keep that. But another reason why kailangan niyo pag-isipan itong maigi bago kayo magpasok ng application, kung magpasok kayo ng application, under the adult dependent relative route, sinasabi niyo sa home office na gusto niyo nga tumira dito sa United Kingdom. Kailangan niyo tumira. Hindi lang gusto. Kailangan niyo tumira dito dahil may sakit nga kayo. Ang taong pwedeng mag-alaga, nandito sa United Kingdom. So, kung ma-refuse nga kayo, tapos sabihin natin, gusto nyo bumisita, gusto nyo dumating din dito, pumunta, basitahan nyo yung kamag-anak nyo nga dito, and you apply for visit visa, visitor visa, tourist visa nga, baka hindi na sila maniniwala sa inyo na meron pa kayong balak na umalis. And that on its own may then result to a refusal. Okay? Dahil it's a question also of intention po. So pwede lang sabihin, you do not intend because of what you said in the previous application that was refused. They don't believe that you actually intend to leave the United Kingdom. Okay? So it's so pag-isipan niyo 'tong maigi kung if it's worth it. Dahil kung hindi kayo kung hindi nga magandang kaso nyo, you don't think that all the requirements would be satisfied. And pag-isipan nyo maigi if it's worth making this application. Going forward, it may well be that it then becomes a difficulty, if you don't, if you then need to apply nga sabihin natin as a visitor. So pag-isipan nyo ngang maigi bago nyo gawin. And also, of course, it is quite a difficult route to establish. And then meron mga application na I would say to you, look, kung basahin nyo nga lang maigi yung batas, maybe read around it also, but otherwise, no, kung sinusubukan, subukan nyo. Hindi po ito, it's not one of those applications na I would strongly advise against making this application kung hindi nyo alam ginagawa nyo. Because it's that kind of application, mabigat po ito no? And yung nga, if a refusal may actually lead to a refusal nga ngayon on this adult dependent route on the ADR, and may then result to refusals going forward on visit visas. So be extra careful nga. But otherwise, look, it's not hindi po imposible. Yung nga lang, if frankly, this type of application is probably I would say I probably work 50% more at least. Dahil nga it is so complex. It's not. It's just because especially ngayon pinalitan na nga yung batas, no? As of the 1st of June 2023, it's clearer. Anong kailangan yung pakita? Pero mabigat pa rin dahil it is so it's not so much complex, but it is just very the factors you need to show are quite hard, no, to show. And yung nga, it's you can get it's very difficult, no, to be able to satisfy them that really they would be unable to obtain the required level of care, no, sa Pilipinas. No? And so that's why ito po, kung itong balak nyo, especially Christmas coming up, no, kung itong balak nyo, ang suggestion ko unang-una, seek advice, no, and sabihin nyo, no, the people that I see, I say to them, okay, ano bang sitwasyon? And then I advise them, is this worth pursuing or not? No? Because sometimes nga, kung prangka yung solicitor nyo, sasabihin nila sa inyo, hindi nyo makukuha ito. There's no point pursuing this application. But sometimes it's not also clear. Pero kung gusto nyo gawin, as I say, if you should see about seeking legal advice on this one. So it's but look, if you are kung interesado po kayo, gusto niyo makita to, I'm actually preparing an article exactly on this topic. Yeah. So if you want to have a look at my article, I will post it sa website namin. I will give you the details ng website namin mamaya. Okay. So and also if you want me to elaborate a little bit more, gusto niyo padala ko sa inyo yung link, no, sa batas. Again, just let me know, and I'm more than happy, of course, to send you the link. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Kanina nga when I was finishing off yung preparation ko nga, I was thinking, oh nako, it's bigat nga nito, no, which is a shame really, dahil of course important na matagal na nga kayo dito. And one of my clients actually sabi niya sa akin, she's quite frustrated nga, no, about this adult dependent relative route. Dahil sabi niya sa akin tagal na siya dito. Ang trabaho niya in the main has been looking after the elderly, no? And she's looked after in the course of her career so many vulnerable people. It's starting really with yung mga bata nga, and more recently mga matatanda. And she's provided them with very good care, no? Talagang she's dedicated nga to her job, and she ensures that they are in good hands, no? Okay. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, of course, no, she enjoys the work, but she finds it frustrating that she can't get her mother over to the United Kingdom nga, to be able to afford her, you know, the same kind of care. So it makes you think, you know, but no amount, unfortunately, of lobbying has so far worked, you know. So we are where we are with this type of rule. Yung nga lang, ang payo ko, kung gagamitin nyo to, tingnan nyo maigi yung batas bago kayo magpasok ng application. Kaya siguraduhin nyo 2 things po, no? Unang-una, good medical evidence, good medical report that makes sense, ha? Hindi lang nga yung mga sulat ng GP, so doktor nga sa atin with the medication, hindi po yun sapat. And of course, yung statement. So those two things are a must if you want to succeed, or the only way you would succeed with this type of application, with those must have those two documents po. Now, medical report and yung statement nyo nga. But anyway, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Now, speaking of additional topics, no? Speaking of legal topics, I think meron tayong mga questions, Paula, ata. So, pwede ba nating tignan? Okay. So, galing po to kay Sha, Sashi. Okay. Good day, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny, and to all viewers ng program. I would like to clarify something. Can a dependent apply for citizenship straight away with his or her parents, even though the dependent has only been living in the UK for less than 2 years? Thanks so much in advance. I like this question, no? Ito po ang sagot. Citizenship po is quite different from indefinite leave to remain. No? Citizenship is, of course, to do with citizenship will lead to a British passport. But usually, well, not usually, it is the case, no, it's the second thing after making an application for indefinite leave to remain. So, the reason why I say that is this. Kung kinuha yung dependent mo dito, no, anak mo, sabihin natin, no, dumating nga siya dito, tapos initially it's only dahil sinama nila o sumama sila doon sa isang magulang, no? So 2.5 years lang ang binigay sa kanila, tapos 5 years, and then they can make an application for indefinite leave to remain. So kung indefinite leave to remain, hindi po citizenship yun, ha? Kung indefinite leave to remain ang application, pwede mo silang isama because they clearly are your dependent. Okay? In fact, you need to. Kahit nga over 18 na yung bata, as long as they're not leading an independent family life, for example. Okay? So, for the indefinite leave to remain, for the settlement status, bago citizenship, mo silang isama, you have to, even though 2.5 years o 2 years pa lang yung bata nga dito, sabihin natin. Now, citizenship is something else. Yung citizenship, that's the next step, obviously, to after you get indefinite leave to remain. Yung po, naturalization ang unang-una. Pagka naging naturalized British citizen na kayo, di ibig sabihin British na kayo, Briton na nga kayo, and you can then make an application for a passport. Iba po ang batas kung yun ang gusto nyong ipasok. Under the citizenship, yung kung sino mang magpapasok ng application, they need to show in their own right that they can actually make an application. They're entitled to make an application to become citizens. So sabihin natin, I see this situation quite frequently, no? So sabihin natin, dumating nga yung mga bata dito, nakakuha sila ng indefinite leave to remain with you or with the other parent, no? Now, in the meantime, yung bata, sabihin natin, over 18 na. So, so ikaw, gusto mong magpasok ng British citizenship, pwede mo ba siyang isama sa application o isabay sa application? The answer is no. Yung anak mo, yung over 18, kailangan niyang pakita that he is entitled to apply for citizenship, for naturalization in his own right. So kung over 18 na yung bata, usually kailangan niyang pakita that he's been in the United Kingdom a minimum of 5 years. The last 12 months must be indefinite, has not been absent for more than 450 days over the last 5 years, and no more than 90 days over the last 12 months. Okay, all one go, huh? I didn't even breathe then. So, but yun. So, unfortunately, likelihood is siya na hindi siya pwedeng isama. Because he would need to satisfy the naturalization conditions in his own right. So, ewan ko, meron pa tayong mga questions, Paula. Kaya, I think, so tingnan natin. Kung hindi, then we can also crack on with, meron pa tayo. Okay, so ito po, galing po ito kay Yesha S. No? Good evening, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Quick question lang po. Balik po kami ng pamilya ko nauuwi sa Pilipinas. Oh, nice. Oh, have a great time. Hopefully for Christmas, ha? British by naturalization na po ako ang hawak ko. Ang hawak ko po pa rin yung old Philippine passport ko kahit hindi po ako dual. Pwede po bang mag-stay sa Pinas for more than 30 days without acquiring any visa? Thanks in advance. God bless. Yeah, God bless. Yes. Now, ito po. Excuse me. Ang sabi ng batas, no? So sa Pilipinas nga, in order to be there for longer than 30 days, you need either a visa or you are dual national. Now, and yes, sir, kung hindi ka pa dual, no, so you did not either retain or reacquired, no, your Filipino citizenship, then I'm afraid you are regarded potentially as anyone else, no, as a foreign national. Now, this is something actually though that you may need to just clarify nga sa embassy natin. Dahil you are, of course, no, we acquire our citizenship by blood, no. So I mean, I would be saying certainly to the embassy that I remain, no, regardless of passport or no passport nga, I remain Filipino, right? And you probably will also argue the same thing. So yes, options are these, no. Either nga mag-book ka ng ceremony to reacquire or to enable you to get a new Philippine passport, or before even doing that, probably an idea to just email yung embassy to say, okay, itong sitwasyon ko, Filipino ko, I have not applied, no, for a new Philippine passport that's expired. I've not undergone the ceremony, but I am a natural-born Filipino, and I continue to be a Filipino. So what would they advise? And hopefully they'll be able to say to you for definite kung kailangan. But if you want to be on the safe side, if kung ako ikaw, I would get simply kung matatagalan ka nga doon, try and book a citizenship ceremony sa Philippine Embassy nga to see if you can just reacquire nga or get confirmation that you have retained your Philippine passport, your Philippine citizenship. So then you can get your Philippine passport. You know, it's useful also to have both, yeah? Dahil sabihin natin, nandun ka na sa Pilipinas, no? Yun, nag-enjoy ka. Tapos, sa lakwatsa nyo, meron kayong makitang lupa that you're quite interested in. As a Filipino, there are no limits as to the size of land that you can acquire, no? Investment nga. Whereas kung foreign national ka, there would be. So it's a good idea, I think, to become dual. You know, it just gives you also more freedom, especially kung matatagalan ka nga sa atin, meron ka pamilya. Actually, yung topic nga natin, no, adult dependent roots. So sabihin natin hindi nga sapat yung sitwasyon nyo, yung nanay, yung conditions. So you can't just simply apply for your family to who's in need of your care to enter the United Kingdom. This would be good, no? Kung dual ka, ibig sabihin kung kailangan bumisita sa atin, umuwi sa atin, hindi nga problema. Okay? And that was certainly proven during the COVID time, which was not that long ago. Kung Filipino passport holder ka, you can, no? And for a little while, there was some confusion about those people who were born Filipino, tapos do not then have a Filipino passport. Okay, so I think it's well worth it. But let us know, keep us informed, Yesha. No, I don't know if there's any other questions. Oh, Batihan. I told you, Gigi. I think last time she got it right. Also, Gigi Ilamparo. One, no. So C300,000 rescue, and then two, sabi niya false. So that's saying King Henry VIII created the Church of England when the Pope refused to grant him a divorce. A, true. B, false. Oh no, Gigi, it's true. No, King Henry VIII did create the Church of England when the Pope refused to grant him a divorce. So those of you who are looking to divorce, you think you have it bad now? No, King Henry had it even worse. He had to create a whole new religion in order to get divorced, in order to remarry. But there you go. So no, it two is false. Oh, sagot. Tingnan mo. 1A. Dunkirk. So question po, no? Dunkirk is associated with which two events? No? So 1, landings on D-Day. So B. So that's B. Or that was A. B. Small boats coming to the rescue. C. The rescue of 300,000 men. Or D. The fall of Singapore. Now, ang sagot actually is B and C, no? Which is small boats coming to the rescue and the rescue of over 300,000 men. And then, ang sagot sa pangalawa, sabi niya, true. Tama ka. Yeah, tama ka, Edgar. True, indeed. So Mr. Enriquez, Egay the guy. So 1 is A, and then NC, A and C, and 2 is true. Yeah, actually, so Egay the guy got, you got C right, and absolutely it is true. You're also so brilliant nga today, no? So any other answers kaya? So some major bragging rights there, sa mga viewers natin. So let's give them a round of applause, Paula. Meron ba tayong clap, clap, clap? So I'm certainly going to give them applause, and maybe also later on. So well done you po, no? So mapaba ang batian. I love this bit, no? So Marian Galicia Paner. So kinakamusta po tayo? Hello po, magandang gabi Kuya Sonny at LIRA. At sa lahat. Salamat po lang. That's major bragging rights, no? Gigi, Edgar, and of course, Egay the guy. So hello po, magandang gabi, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira at Direct Pao. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po and stay safe always and stay healthy, everyone. God bless to all. God bless Miss Paner. I hope you had your flu jab. No, but having said that, I haven't booked my flu jab yet. I've been meaning so to do. So I'm going. So kayo po, if you got a notice nga, no, na in the United Kingdom that you can get your flu jab, do it. Gigi, hi Gigi Lamparo. Good evening, Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny. Happy Thursday, all viewers. God bless everyone. Also, Direct Paula, have a lovely evening. Also, Watson and Snooki. Now, Gigi, Watson, you mentioned Watson. Ang lamig-lamig at saka laging umuulan. Let me show you Watson's reaction. Yung sabi ko, okay, Watson, labas na tayo, no? We're going for a walk. So, ewan ko, pwede mo bang pakita yung picture niya? Paula, yung si Watson. So ito pong sagot niya sa akin nung sabi ko, okay, lalabas na tayo dahil kahapon umuulan at saka malamig. Okay, kung hindi pa pwedeng pakita, we'll show it later on. So okay, sino pa pong bumabati sa atin? Kaya Egay the guy, Edgardo Cagaystan Enriquez, rainy and cold. Tama ka. Rainy and cold Thursday to Mr. Sonny, Attorney Lira, and hardworking Direct Pao, and to the viewers. Work from home today. Oh, that's really good. No? And relaxing now, listening to Attorney Lira's lovely voice. Oh, I love this man. Looking forward to lots of learning again today. Hopefully you enjoyed that, no? Thanks, Egay the guy. I love this man. So it's it's good you were working from home. Ang lamig na yun, no? Kahapon malamig, pero ngayon, I don't know, I felt quite cold, no? Oh, Miss Paner, salamat po. Wow, congratulations po, Attorney Lira. Oh, it's been a long time, 32 years, you being a very good solicitor in London, and more power po. Oh, salamat po, Marian. Salamat, Miss Paner. Yeah, I tell you, it always, it still surprises me, no? Pagka natanong ko mga tao, how many years na ako dito? I guess in practice, it still surprises me because time's gone so so quickly, no? So quickly. Oh, Anna Lou, long time, yeah. Amazing Thursday evening po na Attorney Lira, Kuya Sonny, Direct Pao, and to all viewers, keep safe, everyone. Maulan at malamig. Oh, you said it, no? May bagyo pa, no? Okay, not not really in London. I mean, you feel na malamig nga at saka umuulan. But other places, no, got it far worse, no, by the seaside nga. So it's yeah, maulan at saka malamig. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, well, okay, magagawa natin. It's well, that's as long as it's as long as it's not too cold, but you know, oh, salamat po, congratulations, sabi niya. Congratulations, Attorney Lira. So you congratulate, it's, you know, it's great that you're, no, salamat po for congratulating me, but it's all at the same time, I'm always astonished how long, no, I've been in practice. But it's just, no, that's nasabi mga tao, no, time goes so fast, tama. Yeah. Oh, the Libro clan, si Rudy. Hi, Rudy. Happy Thursday, sabi po niya. Lovely, elegant. At Sir Slim, tama ka, no? As Sonny, Sir Super Edgar. Absolutely. Edgar Duay is one of my faves, no? Lovely Direct Paula and all happy viewers. God bless us all. Team Libro, kamusta po? And it's hopefully it's not too cold, no? In Ireland nga. Oh, anak. Yeah, I love this photo niya, si Anakin Gabriel Silang. Maulan na Thursday. Oh, talaga. At whole week sa ating lahat. Happy 32 years in service, Attorney Lira. Legendary. Oh, she's so kind. Isang karangalan lang para sa ating mga Pilipino sa buong mundo. Oh, salute to Mr. Sonny, Laragan, and Direct Paula. Miss you all. Yeah, miss you too. Salamat po, and thank you for tuning in. It's always it. I enjoy, you know, you Happy Thursday. Truly sa akin, it is Happy Thursday because I so look forward to it. Highlight of my week. Yung nga lang, well, hindi yung nga lang, but of all the segments nga during our Happy Thursday, yung batian, yun ang paborito ko. It's so thank you po for keeping us nga keeping us company. It's much appreciated nga. Now, yung sinasabi ko nga kanina, ang lamig nga ngayon, no? It's ang lamig-lamig, umuulan pa, no? That kahit yung even Watson. So for those of you who are just, you know, bago nga kayo, aso ko po yan. So ito pong sagot niya sa akin, ito itsura niya. Yung sabi ko sa kanya, kahapon po, no? Sabi ko sa kanya, okay, Watson, labas na tayo, yeah? Labas na tayo and so for him to do his business sa gabi, no? So sa umuulan tsaka napakalamig. Ang ginawa niya, yan. So so that is the reply I get. So kahit even with Watson, no? So kahit yung aso ko, ayaw niyang lumabas pagka umuulan at tsaka napakalamig. So there you go. Just shows you talaga it must be cold. But anyway, look, it's astonishing. The time goes so fast. The time's gone so fast anyway. Dahil nga, as I was saying earlier, no, 32 years na ako, over 3 decades in practice, exclusive of studies and exclusive of training. So it's a long time, no? And in February, it's my 32nd post-qualification experience year. So, but yeah, time goes so fast. And as a testament nga to that, ngayon, it's just, and it's astonishingly, we're done already. I mean, it's for another week. Ang bilis-bilis ng panahon nga ngayon. And certainly Thursdays always go so fast because I so enjoy myself. Now, okay, so kung I hope you enjoyed the topic. Yung topic po natin kanina is adult dependent relatives, no, root. And yung batas nga relatively new from the 1st of June 2023. Now, if you want to make contact with me, happy of course, and would be pleased to hear from you. Email me, mas maganda po siguro. So, ang email po namin CABATBAT, yung apelyido ko, no? CABATBAT at Douglas, that's 2 S's, no? -simon.com. Telephone number po namin 0203-375-0555. But it's probably best to email me. Kung mag-email po kayo sa akin, pwede ba po nilagay nyo doon sa subject, Immigration Corner. Kung hindi nyo lagay yun, kung hindi ko matandaan yung email nyo, I'll never find it again. Because unfortunately I open my emails at all times over the day. Sometimes 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, no? So, kung hindi nyo nilagay yung Immigration Corner, I'll never find it. So, kung pwede, please. And it's sometimes nga, I'm not so fast, unfortunately, with replying to my emails, but I will get around to doing it. At kapag mag-email kayo sa akin, pwede bang lagay yung telephone number nyo? No? Because sometimes it's just easier for me to call you. And I'll try and always do that. Pero kung kailangan nyo gusto makita tong article ko about the adult dependent route, sabihin nyo sa akin, and I'm more than happy to send you, of course, a link or the article itself. No? And hopefully that helps. So, ilalagay ko po itong article na ito dun sa website namin. Ang website po namin ito, www.douglas, that's 2S, no? -simon.com. So, if you go to tingnan niyo po yung news section, which I think is the second or third tab nga, no? Sa email sa website namin, lalagay ko po doon. And there you also find the other articles that I've written and anything kind of newsworthy in immigration. And I'll post there also the immigration fees dahil nagbago na nga in October, on the 4th of October, and magbabago nga din in the new year, okay, the IHS. So doon ko lalagay. So you can have a look and you can hopefully with the information you can prepare nga better. Ito pong email nga namin, www.douglas-simon.com. Anyway, I've enjoyed myself. I don't know about anyone else, but I certainly have. And salamat po for batian nyo. It's always a pleasure, no? And it's I always appreciate nga na, no, you joining us. Me, of course, Paula and I are together nga, no? Wala nga lang po si Kuya Sonny, but hopefully next week kasama natin siya uli. But anyway, I think that's probably that's probably all we have to say for tonight. I know, Paula. So I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I hope na kung nasa man kayo na hindi nga kayo giniginaw, no? But otherwise, it just leaves for me to say for of course, our lovely, hardworking Paula Perez, without whom I will certainly not be on air, and also my dear badly behaved Watson, Dr. Watson. So it's from all of us, po. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope to see you again next Thursday. Okay, good night. Salamat po.